Today, we're zooming in on the one and only George Clooney, the suave actor, director, philanthropist, and family man who's still making waves in 2025 at 64 years old. From his blockbuster films to his luxurious lifestyle, his adorable twins with Amal Clooney, his jaw-dropping net worth, and even the rumors about his health, like stroke and depression, we're covering it all. This is a full-on biography packed with the latest on his family, career, and those personal challenges that have sparked headlines. It's gonna be a long, juicy ride, so grab a drink, get comfy, and let's dive into George Clooney's world in 2025. Whether you're a fan of his Ocean's 11 charm or curious about his private life, stick around, I've got some surprising details for you. Let's roll. Let's start with George Clooney's biography, because his journey from a small-town Kentucky kid to a Hollywood legend is straight-up iconic. George Timothy Clooney was born on May 6, 1961, in Lexington, Kentucky, into a family with deep showbiz roots. His dad, Nick Clooney, was a TV host and anchorman, and his mom, Nina Bruce, was a beauty queen and city councilwoman. His aunt? The legendary singer and actress Rosemary Clooney, who starred alongside Bing Crosby in White Christmas. Growing up, George bounced around Ohio and Kentucky, attending Augusta High School where he was into basketball and baseball. He even tried out for the Cincinnati Reds but didn't make the cut. Acting became his calling after his cousin, Miguel Ferrer, got him a small role in a film. He started with bit parts in shows like The Facts of Life and Roseanne, but his big break came in 1994 as Dr. Doug Ross on the hit medical drama ER. That role made him a heartthrob, earning 2 Emmy nominations and launching him into films like From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996, Out of Sight, 1998, and the Ocean's 11 trilogy, 2001 to 2007. Clooney's not just an actor, he's a powerhouse director and producer. He's helmed films like Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, 2002, Good Night, and Good Luck, 2005, and The Boys in the Boat, 2023. He won 2 Oscars, Best Supporting Actor for Syriana, 2005, and Best Picture for producing Argo, 2012. In 2025, he made his Broadway debut as Edward R. Murrow in Good Night, and Good Luck, earning a Tony nomination and breaking records with the play grossing $4 million in a single week, the first play to do so, per Deadline. He's also a humanitarian, serving as a UN Messenger of Peace since 2008, advocating for Darfur, and co-founding the Clooney Foundation for Justice with his wife, Amal. His latest film, Wolves, 2024, with Brad Pitt, premiered to rave reviews at Venice, and he's set to star in J. Kelly with Adam Sandler and Laura Dern in 2025. From TV star to Oscar winner to Broadway sensation, Clooney's career at 64 is still soaring. Now, let's talk about George Clooney's age. As of August 2025, George is 64 years old, born on May 6, 1961. At 6 feet 0 inches with that signature silver fox charm, he's aging like fine wine, still rocking tailored suits and that megawatt smile. Fans noticed a leaner look in February 2025 photos from New York City, sparking health concerns we'll address later. Despite his age, George is busier than ever, balancing Broadway, films, and family life, proving 64 is just a number when you're a Hollywood titan. Family is a huge part of George's life in 2025, and his marriage to Amal Clooney is straight-up #couple goals. George was Hollywood's ultimate bachelor, married once to actress Talia Balsam from 1989 to 1993, and famously bet Michelle Pfeiffer and Nicole Kidman he'd stay single past 40. He won that bet but lost his heart to Amal Alamuddin, a British-Lebanese human rights lawyer, in 2014. They met through a mutual friend in 2013 at his Lake Como villa, and George was smitten, saying to The Guardian in 2021, "She's beautiful, smart, funny, and we fell in love right away." They married in a glamorous Venice wedding in September 2014, and in June 2017, welcomed twins Alexander and Ella at London's St. Mary's Hospital. George, at 56 when they were born, told People in 2021, "In marriage, and now with the kids, you give away the selfishness of only looking out for yourself." His parents, Nick, 91, and Nina, 86, are still around, often spotted at his premieres, like in 2002 for Solaris. No siblings, but his extended family includes cousin Miguel Ferrer, died 2017. The Clooneys keep family life private, splitting time between homes in Europe and the US, with Amal and George celebrating their 10th anniversary in 2024, joking on CBS Mornings they've never argued. Speaking of kids, Alexander and Ella Clooney, now 8 years old in 2025, are George and Amal's pride and joy. Born June 6, 2017, Alexander arrived at 12:54 p.m., followed by Ella 2 minutes later. George told AARP magazine in 2021 he chose classic names to avoid weird-ass ones, knowing fame would already make their lives tough. Alexander's a mini George, with a cheeky personality. George shared on Ellen in 2019 that Alexander bangs on his door at 8 a.m., announcing, "It is I, Alexander Clooney." He's obsessed with cars, even hugging George's car wheels, per the same interview. Ella, quieter and resembling Amal with her big eyes, is more reserved, George told People in 2020. The twins are raised out of the spotlight, with no public photos shared, as Amal explained to Glamour in July 2025, citing privacy concerns due to intrusions. They live a grounded life, often at the family's European homes, learning multiple languages. George mentioned they speak some Italian. The kids are a priority, with George and Amal cutting back on projects to focus on parenting, per People in 2021. Let's get to George Clooney's net worth in 2025, because this man is loaded. Estimates peg his fortune at around $550 million, per Finance Monthly and Celebrity Net Worth. His wealth comes from multiple streams. Acting, he earned $20 million per film at his peak for roles like Ocean's 11 and Gravity, directing, and producing through his Smokehouse Pictures, which made Argo. The biggest chunk? Selling his tequila brand, Casamigos, to Diageo in 2017 for $1 billion, netting him about $230 million pre-tax, per Forbes. Real estate is another goldmine. His portfolio includes a $10 million Lake Como villa, bought in 2002, a Los Angeles mansion, a French chateau on 425 acres, and properties in England and Mexico, per House Beautiful. Endorsements, like Nespresso, $30 million over 2 decades, add to the pile. In 2025, his Broadway play and upcoming films keep the cash flowing. He's not just rich, he's smart, investing in startups and crypto, though he stayed mum on specifics. He and Amal also donate heavily through their Clooney Foundation for Justice, giving $1 million to COVID relief in 2020 and $500,000 to March for Our Lives in 2018, per Wikipedia. George's lifestyle in 2025 is the definition of Hollywood glamour with a touch of relatability. He splits time between his Lake Como villa, 25 rooms, pool, tennis court, and a garage for vintage motorcycles, a Los Angeles estate, and a French country house. His daily routine, per interviews, starts early with coffee, Nespresso, naturally, reading scripts, or prepping for roles like his Broadway stint. He trains to stay fit, often biking or playing basketball, and eats Mediterranean style, think pasta, fish, and wine, per Men's Journal. Fashion? Armani suits for events, casual jeans and tees at home. He's got a car collection, including a Porsche 911 and a Tesla, but prefers motorcycles. Travel is constant, New York for Broadway, Venice for film festivals, London for Amal's work. Hobbies include poker nights with Brad Pitt and Matt Damon, golf, and philanthropy events like the Albies for their foundation. Socially, he rolls with A-listers like Julia Roberts and Cindy Crawford, hosting them at Lake Como. Meghan and Harry crash there too. Posts on X describe him as old school cool, with that Cary Grant vibe. In 2025, he's balancing dad duties with global stardom, often seen with Amal at charity galas or sneaking date nights, like their secret 10th anniversary dinner, per People. Now, let's address the health rumors, stroke and depression. In February 2025, photos of George in New York looking thinner sparked concern, with Newsweek quoting X posts saying, "He doesn't look well," or "He's lost weight." Some speculated about a stroke due to his leaner frame and age, 64. There's no evidence of a stroke, no reports from credible outlets like Variety or The Hollywood Reporter confirm it, and George was active on Broadway and at events like the King's Trust Awards in June 2025, looking sharp. Depression rumors stem from his 2024 New York Times op-ed urging Biden to exit the presidential race, where he wrote about his friend's decline, saying, "It's devastating, but he won't win." Some on X twisted this into George battling personal sadness, but he clarified in 2025 interviews he's fine, telling CBS Mornings he and Amal are having a really great time in life. He's open about mental health, supporting causes like veterans' suicide prevention, but no diagnosis or treatment for depression has been reported. These rumors seem overblown, fueled by his slimmer look and candid political takes, not facts. Wrapping it up, George Clooney at 64 in 2025 is living his best life, a $550 million net worth from films, tequila, and real estate, a rock-solid marriage to Amal with 8-year-old twins Alexander and Ella, and a career hitting new highs with Broadway and Jay Kelly. Born in Kentucky to Nick and Nina, he's come a long way, with no confirmed health issues like stroke or depression, just rumors from a thinner appearance. His lifestyle screams luxury, Lake Como villas, private jets, Armani, but he's grounded, focusing on family and justice through his foundation. What's your take? Is George still Hollywood's coolest leading man? Drop it in the comments, like if you love this deep dive, and share with your movie buff friends. Want more on Amal or Brad Pitt? Let me know. Thanks for watching, stay classy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.